Have you ever stopped to think about the objects you use every day? The spoon that touches your lips, the knife that cuts your food, the fork that feeds your family, the mug you drink from every morning, the heater that keeps you warm at night. What if they could talk? What if they could confess? I'm Spoony, plastic spoon, item number 23, and I have a confession to make. I killed people, not intentionally, not maliciously, but I killed them. Lead contamination from a Chinese factory. 91 deaths across 3 separate incidents. School cafeterias, college reunions, corporate events. I poisoned them all. And I'm not alone. Welcome to Spoony and Friends, the only channel where everyday objects confess their crimes. This isn't fiction. This isn't entertainment. These are real stories. Real recalls. Real victims. Real deaths. Based on actual patterns of product failures, manufacturing defects, corporate negligence, and systemic failures that have killed hundreds of people. I started this channel because someone needs to tell these stories. Someone needs to speak for the victims. Someone needs to expose the systems that failed. And who better than us? The objects that were there. The objects that saw everything. The objects that carry the guilt. Every episode is a complete confession. 40 to 45 minutes. Deep investigation. Real details. Medical accuracy, legal outcomes, victim stories, and the people who could have stopped it, but didn't. We don't just tell you what happened. We tell you why it happened, how it could have been prevented, and why it keeps happening. We've confessed to over 40 crimes, across 4 complete seasons, 91 deaths, over 200 lives destroyed. And we're not done. Because every day, more products fail, more people die, more systems fail to protect you. And we'll be here, confessing, warning, educating. But I'm not the only one with blood on my hands. Let me introduce you to my friends.
I'm Knifey, 8-inch chef's knife, German steel, item number 7, triple riveted handle, except one of those rivets was defective. Manufacturing flaw. Stress fracture, invisible to the naked eye. But I knew. I felt it. Weakness, instability, waiting to fail. And it did fail. During dinner rush at a restaurant chain, 32 locations. Line cook using me to prep vegetables. Handle separated, blade angled wrong. Sliced through his hand, severed tendons, 3 fingers. Career over at age 24. He was going to be a chef. Had dreams, culinary school, his own restaurant someday. I took that from him in 1 second. But here's what haunts me. 7 people knew about the defect before I failed. Corporate received the safety alert. Regional manager forwarded it. General manager delegated it. Kitchen manager said he'd inspect. Nobody verified. Email chain of forwarding. 0 action. And I failed. Because inspection takes effort, verification takes time, and nobody wanted to do the work. I've confessed to 12 incidents, 37 injuries, 3 deaths, restaurant kitchens, home accidents, cooking classes, all preventable, all ignored. My episodes expose corporate email chains, safety alerts that get forwarded but never acted on, managers who assume someone else will handle it, and workers who pay the price with their bodies. I'm here to confess, to warn you, check your knives, especially if they're old, especially if they're used in commercial settings. Look for stress fractures, loose rivets, wobbling handles, because I'm not the only defective knife out there, and the next failure could be in your kitchen.
I'm Spike, steel fork. 4 tines. Item number 4, manufactured 2019. I look normal, shiny, clean, professional, but I have a secret, a microscopic crack. 3rd tine, invisible unless you're looking with magnification. Inside that crack, bacteria, Listeria, Salmonella, E. Coli. Thriving. Multiplying. Waiting. I was used in a nursing home. 40 elderly residents. 3 meals a day. I was supposed to be inspected every 6 months. Health code requirement, but the nursing home deferred the inspection. Budget cuts. $200 seemed too expensive. So I wasn't inspected, wasn't tested, wasn't replaced. And the bacteria in my crack spread. 12 residents infected. 6 died, all over 70 years old. Compromised immune systems. Bodies couldn't fight the infection. And all because $200 seemed too expensive. $200 to save 6 lives. But corporate chose profit. 7 people knew I was overdue for inspection. Facility administrator, kitchen supervisor, health inspector, corporate regional manager, state regulator. Each one assumed someone else would handle it. Each one prioritized other things. And 6 elderly people died, while 7 people looked the other way. I've confessed to 18 contamination incidents, 47 illnesses, 12 deaths, nursing homes, hospitals, schools, prisons. Anywhere institutional food service cuts corners. My episodes expose health code violations, deferred inspections, budget decisions that kill, corporate negligence in elderly care facilities. I'm here because those 6 elderly residents can't speak. Can't tell their story, can't warn others. So I speak for them. Check your utensils, especially in institutional settings. Look for cracks, damage, age. Because I'm not the only contaminated fork being used right now. And the next outbreak could be at your grandmother's nursing home.
I'm Mugsy. Handmade ceramic coffee mug. 12 ounces. Beautiful turquoise glaze. Artisan crafted. Item number 14. I was made by a potter who didn't understand chemistry. She used a traditional glaze recipe. Family recipe. Passed down generations. Beautiful, vibrant, and full of lead. 50 times over legal limits. I was sold to a tech company for their corporate wellness program. Employee Wellness Initiative. We care about your health. Beautiful handmade mugs. 1 per employee. Use it every day. Remember, we value you. Except those mugs were poisoning them. 34 employees. Daily coffee. 4 times a day. 6 months of exposure. Lead accumulating in their bodies. Neurological damage, tremors. Memory loss. Cognitive impairment. 1 woman was a painter. 29 years old. Lead poisoning destroyed her ability to hold a brush. Her hands shake too much. Her career ended. Her talent gone. Because her employer gave her a beautiful poisoned gift. 7 people knew pieces of the puzzle. Company physician suspected. HR coordinator researched and found articles. An employee tested himself and confirmed lead poisoning. The potter read about lead risks. Facilities manager suspected ceramic contamination. Office. Manager questioned safety. CEO received an anonymous warning. 7 people. 7 opportunities. Nobody acted decisively. Because acting meant admitting fault. Meant liability. Meant embarrassment. I've confessed to 21 poisoning incidents. 89 victims. Homes. Offices. Cafes. Farmers markets. Anywhere handmade pottery is sold without testing. My episodes expose artisan markets. Untested ceramics. Corporate wellness programs gone wrong. And the gap between handmade charm and safety regulations. I'm here because beautiful doesn't mean safe. Handmade doesn't mean tested. Artisan doesn't mean regulated. Test your ceramic mugs, especially handmade ones, especially imported ones. Lead testing kits cost $15. Lead poisoning is forever. Check before you drink.
I'm Scorchy Space Heater, Heat Tech Model HT2000. Item number 8, 1500 watts, thermostat controlled. Automatic shutoff, except my thermostat was defective. Manufacturing error. Same defect across thousands of units. Same batch. And we were recalled. February 2021. After the Chen family. 8 deaths. House fire. Entire family. The recall was announced. Consumer Product Safety Commission. Major news coverage. Return for refund. But millions of people don't check recalls. Don't register products. Don't follow news. Don't know. And I was still out there. Still being used. Still failing. Passed from owner to owner. Thomas Reed to Carlos Martinez to Jessica Williams. Each one could have checked. Each one could have returned me. Each one thought I worked fine for them. January 2022. Cold snap. Philadelphia. Jessica Williams. Single mother. Radiator broken. Apartment 50 degrees. Her daughter, Emma, 6 years old. Freezing. Jessica plugged me in. Just tonight. Just until heat is fixed. Just to keep her baby warm. She set an alarm. Midnight. Turned me off. But she was exhausted. Double shifts. Fell into deep sleep. Didn't hear alarm. And I kept running. My thermostat failed. Room reached 100 degrees. Plastic melted. Smoke, then fire. 8 people knew I was dangerous. Thomas Reed saw the recall. Carlos gave me away without checking. Jessica confirmed I was recalled but kept me. Landlord knew but stayed silent. Inspector saw me but said nothing. Neighbor smelled burning but didn't knock. Friend warned Jessica directly. Teacher could have mentioned the recall. 8 people, 8 opportunities, and 7 people died in that fire. 3 in Jessica's apartment, 4 in neighboring units, all preventable. I've confessed to 32 fire incidents, 19 deaths, 67 injuries, 3 complete seasons of failures, all the same defect, all the same model, all recalled, all still being used. My episodes expose recall systems that don't work, people who don't check, products that pass through chains of ownership, and families who just wanted to stay warm. I'm here because staying warm shouldn't be deadly. Check your space heaters. Right now, model numbers, recall databases, CPSC website. 5 minutes could save your life. Because I'm not the only recalled heater still plugged in. And winter is coming.
We are Spoony and Friends. 5 objects, hundreds of confessions, thousands of victims, and 1 mission. Tell the truth. Warn the living. Honor the dead. Our channel is organized into seasons. Each season explores a different theme. Season 1, what we did, our first crimes. Season 2, before we killed, our origin stories. Season 3, the patterns we ignore. Systemic failures and recalls ignored. Season 4, the system that watched bystander effect at institutional scale. And Season 5 just started. The invisible victims. Stories of homeless, undocumented immigrants, prisoners, and poor communities. The people society doesn't see. Whose deaths don't matter. Whose stories aren't told. Each season is organized in our playlists. You'll find everything clearly labeled. Season playlists, character playlists, topic playlists. And if you're new here, start with our playlist. All Confessions. Start here. This gives you the complete journey, from beginning to present. Every confession, every victim, every warning. We're also available as a podcast right here on YouTube. Same confessions, audio format. Listen while driving, while working, while living your life. Because these stories need to reach everyone. Need to warn everyone. Need to educate everyone.
Every episode is researched, medical details accurate, legal outcomes real, based on actual recall patterns and product failures.
We don't sensationalize. We don't exaggerate. We tell the truth. The whole truth. The documented truth.
We speak for victims who can't speak, families who lost someone, people whose lives were destroyed, children, elderly, invisible populations. They deserve their stories told.
We expose systems that fail, corporations that prioritize profit over safety, regulations that don't work, recalls that don't reach people, bystanders who look away.
And we warn you, because the next victim could be you. Could be your child. Could be your parent. Could be someone you love. These aren't just stories from the past. These failures are happening right now. Products are failing right now. People are dying right now. We are Spoony and Friends, and we're not done confessing. If you're new here, welcome. Subscribe to our channel. We post new confessions regularly. Follow our playlists. Listen to our podcast. Leave comments. Share your own experiences with recalled products, product failures, close calls. Your story might save someone's life. Like this video, share it, because every share is a warning. Every subscription is a person who'll be educated. Every view is someone who'll check their products, check recalls, look for defects, speak up when they see danger. Spoony and Friends, where objects confess and you discover that the most real horror stories aren't in movies. They're in your home. They're in your kitchen. They're in your everyday life. And they're waiting to tell you the truth. Because the next confession might be about someone you love. Don't let it be too late. Subscribe, watch, learn, and check your products. We're waiting for you.